What's going on, DL gang? It's your boy Dropout Bands.
It's your boy Dropout Leak.
Welcome to Dropout University. No cap.
Yeah.
Hey man, as y'all can see, we got wild scenes on Beyond Scared Straight. You feel me? Insane. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, turn on post notifications. Road to 5K. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
We about to hit 3K. Appreciate all the love and support. We are like 20s, like 2740, something like that. Somewhere around there. No
Appreciate all 2,700 of y'all, man.
No cap.
Okay.
No cap. Make sure you get all the links in the description. You feel me? Everything you need. You seen the IGs at the beginning.
Yeah,
I know y'all seen the IGs. Make sure you get at the IGs for sure. I forgot to put
Yeah.
I gotta remember that. Make sure you go follow the dropouts underscore the dropouts on IG. No cap. Make sure you follow us TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch. It's just the dropouts, just like the channel. You feel me?
Make sure you share the channel too, bro.
But hey, we about to get right into this reaction. No cap. Let us know how y'all feel about these. No cap. No cap.
Yeah. This shit.
Turn around and face me. Toes on the line. Think this is a joke? Think it's funny?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah!
Beyond Scared Straight shows a
can
program
say,
meant to turn around the lives of young lawbreakers by showing them how life in prison really is. However, in some cases, it doesn't always go according to plan. From inmates that get a little too angry, to participants of the program trying to sneak in weapons, Beyond Scared Straight has it all. The mix of hardened criminals, as well as young delinquents that think they're unstoppable, brings for some very nerve-wracking situations for our viewing pleasure. In this list, we've compiled the top 10 scenes in Beyond Scared Straight that will leave you speechless. So make sure to drop a like, click subscribe, and see if you can stomach number 1. Number 10. 0 to 100 real quick. This scene starts by showing a teen laughing at some deputies that have backed him into a corner. After some taunts and more laughing, one of the deputies had this to say.
Shut your mouth and listen! Move.
This is when it dawned on him that he was dealing with serious, full-grown adults that knew they had power over him. His smile quickly fades and his eyes start tearing up. The crazy part of this clip is how easily they were able to get into his head, and how you're able to see the moment when it clicked to him.
No flip, no cap, no mess. Just grab and squeeze. Try Dawn Easy Squeeze.
Yeah, we just got one of those. Yo, I'll be one of them. One of them Dawn,
Read the loop at breathofstressair.com.
They yelled, "We'll break you down. You're scared. You're already crying." And he starts yelling at them to stop while bursting into tears. At this point, we knew he wasn't hard. Number 9. 19-year-old 10th grader. As the teens are rounded up and brought into the room.
19-year-old 10th grader. Damn.
19-year-old 10th grader.
That nigga dumb.
As the teens are rounded up and brought into the room in which they take the mugshots, one of them decides to talk back to the officers. This obviously agitates them, with the officers telling him to shut up and quit the attitude. As he's called up to give his name, he makes sure to mumble heavily and responds to their questions with "yeah" instead of "yes sir." This doesn't help his cause, and leads to one of the officers flipping his lid. The officer asks what grade he's in, and he says senior. But the officers know that he didn't have enough credits to be in the year he's actually supposed to be in.
You might as well get your GED,
They ask him
my
again,
boy.
and he responds with this.
Yeah,
How old are you?
19.
What grade you in?
Senior, my last year.
No, he's in the 10th grade.
Graduating, baby.
After being called out, the deputies have had enough and roughen him up, dragging him out of the room by his collar. This is one of the most intense
10th grade
clips
is
on the
crazy,
show
though.
due to his blatant lies to the
19?
officers.
Move, man. Around. Show you how this shit works. Show you how this works. Is this a game now?
Number 8. Charlie. Charlie is a 12-year-old boy that disrespects his mother and drinks multiple times a week with his friends. His mother says he's a follower of bad influence and thinks he's going down the wrong path, so she decided to bring him into the program.
Little nigga look like Whoopi
We're shown
Goldberg.
scenes in which he's scared, but it never seems super sincere. It mainly looks as if he wanted to leave and get back to drinking with his friends. After the long day, he was reunited with his mother, a smile on his face. He said it was because he was happy to see her, but she saw straight through it. Because of this, he had this reaction after she said that he'd be staying there overnight. The sheer disappointment after hearing that he'd be staying there even longer is what makes this clip so iconic.
You give me a hard time about everything.
You don't want to do your room. You don't want to. And I just want you to stay here just for a little while, maybe. Yeah.
So we keep...
No!
Number 7. Darian.
So we keep him.
It's lunchtime in the jail, and nobody looks excited to have to eat the food that they're serving, except Darian. Darian, from the start, acts as if it's a game, and laughs at the inmates that he's sitting around for having to eat it. It seems as if the more angry they get at him, the more he laughs. Then, they start scooping the food from the tray of a different kid at the table and put it onto his, making him eat all of it. After getting done with the food, you'd think he'd be done causing trouble, but after cleaning the table, he looks at the camera and does this.
Got no waiters here.
Might as well get used to it anyway.
What was that? You dumb or you stupid? Really?
I thought shit was a game.
He's then carried out of the room.
Thought that shit was a game. Like, why the fuck would you just get up, act like you know what I'm saying, finna do some shit or some shit? Like, nigga, what are you doing? In the middle of a fucking jail.
You just got up and didn't do nothing. Like if you gonna get up, at least try to run away or walk away or something. You just got up and
you just turned around and stood there like,
you
wow.
could have just stayed seated.
And quickly starts crying after being pinned down and dragged on the floor.
It's not funny now, is it? You're gonna stop being a yeah.
Number 6. James. James is 15 and was admitted into the program due to disrespecting his mom verbally and physically. Before he came, he said that he'd be coming with an attitude.
Nah, I hope she just got that for protection.
She got to, bro. If she's tasing that nigga, no, they need to really keep his ass.
But once he was in the jail with the inmates, things quickly changed. When he was first admitted, he was giving the deputies a hard time, which was a big mistake. They had no mercy on him when they brought him out to meet the real prisoners, and made sure to let them know that he'd gotten physical with his mom before. He was teamed up on by 3 inmates, picked up, dragged on the floor, and basically thrown around.
Nah, that's what
this is one of the most aggressive situations that the deputies have let happen on the show, and it definitely taught him a lesson.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I ain't gonna lie, as a deputy, I'm letting that shit. Anybody that hit their mother, bro, or hit women.
To a certain extent, because,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, he can't really get too messed up because it is a show, but...
Yeah, to a certain extent, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna let them, like they did right there, like
turn the camera, knee him in the shit.
I'm about to say, that nigga feel some pain for real.
No cap, bro. Don't ever put your hands on your mom, bro. No cap.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to have I might have a. Speaking of that, mom, dude, she sex me. But I would have a separate agreement. I'll be like, all right, you moms, all y'all sons and daughters that's beating on y'all, do you have to like let us really rough him up? I'm talking about you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure he not injured, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna rough his ass up for real.
Okay.
Cause that nigga, you gonna feel.
I think they signed a fucking waiver.
Yeah, they do. But I'm saying like I need to extend it. We need to rough this nigga up right here. This nigga, these niggas right here. Nah, y'all need to. That's already on top of that. That's woman beating, and then it's your mother, which makes it even more worse. Like it's just bad. And then the people in there, they don't be playing around because they be in there for life thinking about shit. And then when they lose their mom, they can't see them no more. Some shit. You coming up in here still got yours, and you fucking around like, oh man,
yeah, bro.
They said that the inmates don't like juveniles that disrespect their mamas. So this clip shows how the Beyond Scared Straight program works, and how even the hardest delinquents are broken down during it.
Boy, that's probably one of them niggas that lost his mom.
Yeah,
he feel that shit. He like, niggas is hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel that shit because it's like, if they had their mom, they would be fucking, you know what I'm saying? Their life would be fucking great. At least, like, to see them. They ain't got to see them no more. They, like, live.
Right? Put it on.
Number 5. Tommy's pissed. With a 19-year-old 10th grader in the scene again, you know it's gonna be good. As their group is sent down the hall of the prison where a group of inmates is being kept, we see the aggressiveness of the inmates. As they pass, they see a boy, Tommy, that they think needs to be taught a lesson. Therefore, when he passes them, they decide to pour a bucket of what they call pee on him. He is instantly, absolutely pissed. He runs out of the room and says this.
Back up! I ain't finna have no pee on me, man. Man.
They just threw pee on me, man. Ain't nobody finna throw no pee on me like I'm not finna say something. That's some lame ass right there, dog.
Lucky for him, an officer talks to him and says that it's water, and that they were pranking him by telling it was pee. However, his reaction is what made this scene wild. Number 4. Family Meetup. While 12 and 13-year-old Blue and Nard were acting tough for the first part of their visit, this
Blue and Nard, that sounds like a little show, man.
Oh God, Blue and Nard.
13-year-old Blue and Nard were
Oh, is it Blue?
Family Meetup.
What's his name?
While 12 and 13...
Yeah, Blue. His name is Blue.
Blue and Nard.
13-year-old Blue and Nard.
That shit says 12, but alright.
Were acting tough for the first part of their visit, this all changed when they saw a familiar face. As they were being shown around the prison, a cousin that they knew wanted to talk to them. He then gave them an angry talk about how much he's been hating being in jail, and that they won't want to be missing their mom by being locked up. This is a very emotional moment, and they both start crying. But Nard still tried to act tough. He was pulled out of the group because he wanted to go home, and ended up being handcuffed because he was thinking about punching the guards by flexing his arm. His breakdown after seeing his cousin, but still wanting to fight and get out afterwards, is pretty crazy for a 13-year-old delinquent. Number 3. Donovan is pretty dull. As young Donovan is initially brought into the jail, we are shown the basic shakedown procedure. The deputy brings him down the hall and starts patting him down for weapons, when we see him grab for an item that fell down his pants with a thud. To his surprise, it was a knife! It was not stated whether or not he just forgot about it, or if he brought it in self-defense, but it doesn't matter. Any person that tries to bring a weapon into jail is immediately put in it themselves.
There you go.
Donovan got lucky in this case.
How dumb can you be?
The officer stated that, because he was in the Beyond Scared Straight program, we cut him some slack. He was very lucky. The shock by the officer that a teen would try something like this, and the fact that he was able to get away with bringing a possibly deadly weapon into the jail with no consequences, makes this an extremely crazy scene.
And you need to crack down.
1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in.
Not even that nigga. I'm talking about the cops. I need to crack down on that shit. How y'all not know that nigga had a blade on him?
Exactly.
Come on.
Y'all, don't y'all do pat downs? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who? Alright, bro. But at the same time, I do kind of get it, because, like,
It is Beyond Scared Straight.
Like, you still no little kid, you feel me? Not trying to go to, I get it.
Anytime anybody brings a weapon into the Fulton County Jail and is confiscated, they automatically go to jail. He was participating in our youth intervention program. Donovan was very lucky.
Number 2. Surprise! What starts as a normal scene for Beyond Scared Straight, a teen being disrespectful to deputies and learning his lesson, takes a different twist this time. He stated that the program doesn't scare him, and told deputies to stop trying him, and to shut up. He even at one point states that he doesn't have to be there and tried to leave. However, this doesn't last very long. As he's escorted down to where the prisoners are, he is instantly in tears, obviously in distress. With the huge men yelling at him, his tough guy attitude was obviously shattered when the tears started coming. It seemed as if in one moment he stopped listening to the inmates that were yelling at him completely, distracted by something else on his mind. And that was exactly what happened. Afterwards, he was heard saying that he saw his stepdad in the prison, which absolutely crushed him and made him get his act together.
Come on in here, show me y'all running your ear. Come on. Show me how running your ear. Make me let go. My dad run in here. I ain't stunning your dad. What? Your dad. I ain't stunning your dad. I'm your dad. That man say he your dad. Disrespect my dad. Your ass would be doing what you doing now.
I'm your dad.
If that's how tough you want to be about it.
Number 1. Austin.
Austin
Austin may be one of the most disrespectful people that have been featured on Beyond Scared Straight. Sitting in a close environment with inmates telling the juveniles stories about prison, Austin shrugs it off and says this.
Right now, so don't matter.
Excuse me?
I said it don't matter.
Oh, it don't matter?
No,
It's gonna matter.
I'm not coming here.
I promise.
I'm not you got me?
After making the inmate mad, he gets confronted by a much more level-headed one. He decides to get on his level, and asks what he does in his free time. Austin then tells him that he enjoys playing football, but when the inmate asks how he'll be able to play football in jail, he gets angry. Austin says that it won't matter because he won't end up there, and told the inmate to talk about it with me when you're out of jail. Just when you think that Austin would never be quiet and respect him, the inmate threatens him with this.
Austin,
Yeah,
what do you do?
I play football.
How much football you think you're gonna play here?
I'm not gonna be in here, so I'm paddling.
You think I'm a cool guy here? This is my house. This is where I go. I used to play hockey. I wanna know, come here, how old are you?
I'm not gonna come here, so I'm Hey, get out of jail.
I'll see you when I get out, because I'll come find you. Because you know what?
That shit do say 1 year sentence. That nigga does have a one. If that's that nigga, that shit said 1 year sentence. Hold on.
Hey, get out of jail.
I'll see you when I get out.
Hell yeah. Oh shit.
If he really went on a quest when he got out,
I'ma find this little nigga.
Oh.
Because I'll come find you. Because you know what? Coming back here, it ain't nothing to me.
That will definitely shut up Austin for a while. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Film Trip. Don't forget to leave a like, press subscribe, and comment below if you agree or disagree.
Hey man, that was wild seeing me out here straight insane, you feel me? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, turn on post notifications, you feel me?
So,
You gotta turn them on, let y'all know when we drop a banger, you feel me? No cap. Hey, you got anything to say, man?
no, this was a little cool little bit.
Yeah, it was smooth.
It was smooth. Nothing too crazy, but it was alright. It was alright.
Oh God, man, hey man, drop some recommendations in the comments. You already know, man, but we gonna catch y'all the next one. It's your boy Dropout Biz.
Your boy Dropout League.
Hey man, we out this thing. Gang.